Hey there, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Director. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. We have so much going on this week that I'm not pulling general overall energy, because the general overall energy is all the Scorpio energy we have going on. We have that new moon in Scorpio. We've got Mercury in retrograde in Scorpio. We just have so much happening, and I think that the Mercury in retrograde is going to be definitely very significant for you. So I want to take a moment to thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, for helping me to grow my channel. If you are a subscriber, please hit the notification bell. It will let you know when I upload videos. I try very hard to get them out on Monday, but this week, thanks to the shadow storm phase Mercury retrograde, oh my gosh, the energy was so hard. I was really struggling, and these have turned out to be exceedingly long videos as a rule. Some of them have actually gone an hour. Hopefully that will not happen to you, but we'll see what happens here. So stay tuned for that. If you're on for the Destiny reading, there will be a timestamp for it, so you can get straight to it in case you are not watching this until a little bit later into November. So I don't want you to have to suffer through all of this, all right? So thank you so much. All right, let's go ahead and start talking about that Mercury retrograde. For you, it is happening in the 6th house. So Mercury rules your planet. Is your ruling planet, rules your sign. And I'm a water sign, and Mercury's in a water sign, so you are going to notice that I have trouble speaking. You are going to have some difficulty because Mercury rules your planet, your sign. So time to be paying attention to things like the details of dotting your I's, crossing your T's, slowing down. It's all the R words though, right? It's revamp, revisit, renew, recommit, reanalyze, whatever, all the re's. I don't think reanalyze is a word, but going over things, making as much time and allowance, patience will be important, because Mercury, when it's in retrograde, it causes and creates like a static in the atmosphere of communication. And so for you, it's happening in your 6th house. Your 6th house is your day-to-day activities. It is your physical health. It is your work-life balance. And so there's a lot of opportunities for being late picking up the kids, missing a dental appointment, having to work late and forgetting, to tell anybody, and so nobody picked up the kids from daycare, stuff like that. There's a real opportunity. So staying on top of your calendar is going to be really important to helping you negotiate your way through this situation here. So I have this really cool little book I just got. It's called the Mercury Retrograde book. It is Yasmin Bolin and Kim Parnell. And there's 5 things, though, that you can do to kind of make this a good experience, right? Mercury retrograde shouldn't be something we dread. It happens, my goodness, it happens 3 times a year. It goes into shadow. It's in shadow for 2 weeks before, or 2 or 3 weeks before, 2 or 3 weeks after, and then it's 3 weeks in the shadow. And so, that is a big significant part. And then if you're ruled by Mercury, which you are, just having to dread that every year is just not what I want. So, not what I want for you. Communication. All right, so use this as an opportunity to revamp your diet. Take a look and see what you can do to clean up your diet. Use it as an opportunity to reanalyze. I'm just making up words now. Okay, rethink your morning and evening routine. So seasons are changing, things are happening. So what you were doing during the last season may not be appropriate anymore. The sun is not at the same place, depending on which hemisphere you're in. You're either getting more daylight or you're getting less, and so time to make a little change. We will be changing the clocks here in the northern hemisphere in the United States on Saturdays, so a little extra hour of sleep. Hey, but so just take a look at your routine, see what you can do, get into your calendar, keep on top of it, recommit to your exercise program, right, to help your health out. Take yourself or your pet for a checkup. Your pet. Yes, pets need checkups too. So if you're not up to date on things like your flu shot, now that is time to focus in on your health. Do you need to make a doctor's appointment? You can make the doctor's appointment now and go to it in December after Mercury's out of retrograde. I'm just saying. an opportunity to rebuild relationships with coworkers if they're kind of like that whole work balance and things of it. And so making good commitments with your family at home, making time for your work people, and trying to bring it all into balance and not making yourself crazy in the process. Good luck with all that, right? It seems like a lot. All right, so let's look at this new moon in Scorpio. New moon in Scorpio is also happening, same house, right? So this is about an opportunity to really dive in and look at what you are going to do to manage that work-life balance going forward. And it's the yin and the yang energy. It's the need to be independent and also, be in a good partnership. And so this is perfect energy for that. This is an opportunity to make a new beginning. The new moon happened on at 11:39 Eastern Daylight Time here in the United States on Sunday. So Monday is new moon in some parts of the world still. And then Tuesday, which is when you're going to view this video, is about peeking through that peephole and seeing that there is so much more on the other side. You can use this energy of the retrograde. It's very fertile ground for manifestation. You are going to manifest. The question becomes, what are you going to manifest? Are you going to manifest things that are of a higher vibrational energy, or are you going to manifest things that are a little bit slightly lower vibrational energy? You get to choose. So choose wisely. Choose wisely from the options before you. Choose to have a higher vibrational attitude so you bring in higher vibrational opportunities to you. If you allow yourself to feel all stressed and negative about this whole work-life balance thing, you're just going to create more anxiety about it. But instead, if you say, well, you know what, I really got this under control. I'm really good at managing this. Then you can manage that. But because of the other planetary things that are going on, I don't want you to just think about how can you manifest, a healthier routine, work-life balance. Those are great things to concentrate on also. But this is fertile ground. You can manifest in any arena you really want to right now. So plant your seeds of intention, removing, digging in, tilling up the soil, pulling out the weeds. What can you get rid of to create space in your life, especially if we're talking work-life balance? Take a look at your schedule. What can you just take out of that routine that is gumming up the whole works? How can you create the balance that you want? How can you find that center? What can you remove to allow time for more exercise? What can you remove to allow more time for family, for friends, whatever your priorities are, whatever your value system is, that's where you work from. And so there's going to be this need with this moon in Scorpio to kind of pull yourself in, to take a little quiet time, to rest a little, to figure things out, to realize what it is that's important, what matters, what doesn't matter, and to start setting your goals. So write everything down. What do you want to create? And then burn it. Don't forget the gratitude list on the back. Yes, thank you. Put the gratitude list on the back. Make it nice and long, because when you have this big, long gratitude list, you go, wow, my life is really abundant. And when you're in that abundant mindset, it raises your vibration, which again, draws in higher vibration opportunities. And when you are burning it or writing out your list or whatever, play some really good music, because you have music for manifestation. To manifest rapidly, think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. So while you're doing this list, play some really upbeat music. And then you have synchronicities. Your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. So paying attention to the details of your life is going to be really important, because then you're going to be like, ooh, there's an opportunity. Ooh, there's something that's really working. And add that to your gratitude list. Write it down on your calendar when you notice something. And then at the end of the week, when you sit down and you write your big list of gratitude for the end of the week, to just really review your week, the stuff is there, and you don't have to necessarily remember everything, because you have kept it nice and organized. And so then the moon on Tuesday evening at 5:58 p.m. moves into Sagittarius. And this is an opportunity to be very productive. This is the opportunity to have the impulse. You want to move something forward, something exciting. And so Wednesday's a really good day to get stuff done. The moon Mercury doesn't go retrograde until 11:41 a.m. on Thursday. And so this is an opportunity to very productive and get something done. And we have healing. And so again, we're back to that work-life balance. What brings the healing into your life? Is this healing around the heart space? Is this physical healing? Is this emotional? Is it mental? Because when you look around and you see what and accept what the situation is, or accept the help that's offered to you, then you can start experiencing growth in these arenas of managing this whole system. On Thursday, 10:38 p.m., the moon is going to move into Capricorn. And now we've got Mercury in retrograde, and now it's time to kind of slow the pace down. When the moon is in Capricorn at this space, this is mostly Friday and Saturday energy. This is about slow and steady gets it done. Being cautious, being careful, navigating, working your way around the obstacles, slowly climbing the mountain, but watching where you place your feet. Be careful you don't place them in dog doo-doo. I did that earlier today. It was fun. Not. Okay, so just paying attention to the small details so that you can avoid having to spend a long time cleaning off your boots. I just say. So, where are you going to invest your time, your resources of energy, of finances? Where are you going to put your love? Invest in yourself, because the moon in this position is about self-love. It is about allowing and believing and understanding that the universe is pouring its abundance out over you, and it is yours for the taking. Drink it in, soak it in. You have white buffalo woman, hopeful heart. See her sign. Paying attention to details, looking for these opportunities, seeing what's out there when the universe is pouring its love and opportunities down, noticing them and being grateful for them. And you have kin of the Red Hawk tribe. Okay, we're going to go to the book. 44 is an angelic, very spiritual number. It's also an 8, which is infinity. It's strength. And then we have 39. 39 is 12. It's a 3. That's community. So you have an opportunity to be infinitely strong for your community and or allow your community to help add to your infinite strength. Okay. Divine message is here for you now. I'm reading the Red Hawk. And so be open to the signs from the universe. You are more mature spiritually than you may realize. You have the ability to share wisdom and honesty with your tribe. If you are still searching for your tribe, trust yourself. You will recognize them instinctively when you meet them, even if on the outside they seem different from you. You are seeing things clearly, so trust your vision and have patience. Speak your truth, but do so with compassion, because your words have greater influence than you may realize. When the moment is right, take action. A way will be shown for you to manifest your spiritual light into the world in practical ways. The White Buffalo Woman. This oracle signifies hope and reunion after a challenging and dark time. There will be harmony, reunion. Mercury retrograde. We reconnect with friends and family and exes and people we haven't seen in a while. So who do you want to reach out to, right? Because you can have a reunion after a challenging, dark time. There will be harmony and a coming together in a sacred purpose that after putting pain or conflict behind you, a birth of something pure and true shall happen under the auspices of the Great Spirit. Forgive yourself and others and lay claim on the purity and the goodwill that is in your heart's true nature. Spiritual blessings is bestowed. Your actions are in accord with the heavens. Complete release, another RE word, and renewal, another one, shall take place. The good and true will triumph in the end. Have faith, for your prayers are being answered. Forgiveness is the gift that you give yourself. Whether or not you forgive someone and you tell them doesn't matter, just forgive. Let it go on the very spiritual level of not carrying around these heavy burdens with you. They're like millstones around your neck that could drown you and slow you down and drag you and weight you down. and you want to raise your vibration. And so releasing and letting it go and imagining it dissolving into the white light of the spirit and letting it go. And when you do that and you raise your vibration, you will find your tribe. That's what that sounded like to me. So on Saturday, we have the path. The path is opening before you. You can see it, but you're going to need to adapt. You're going to have to make some changes. It is an Aquarius, and this is out-of-the-box thinking energy. It is not the way you've always done it before. If you do what you've always done, you will get what you always got, right? And so you want to do something different. You want to release. You want to move forward. You want to manifest new things. Look for the synchronicity. Allow yourself to fly free. It says, I unfurl my wings and fly. You have listening with your heart. This is listening to the messages of your intuition. I trust the messages I receive from my heart. Following your bliss and being in the flow. When the load is emotionally light, when you release these things in negative energy, you allow the healing to come in, you pay attention to the synchronicity, you can really start manifesting. You get in the flow with spirit and things start picking up speed and you really start moving along, and it's excellent. It is truly excellent energy. And so, allow for that to happen, to come into your life and to really bring you what it is that you need. Look for the synchronicities. What do you really want to do? How do you want to create this balance? Okay, so now we're going to move on to the destiny reading. And for this, I'm going to pull a card about what would be the next best step for you to take this month to move you on the path of your destiny, move you in the direction that you intended to go before you incarnated reincarnated into this world. For most of you, it is a reincarnation, but for some of you, welcome. If this is your first time here, it's a beautiful planet. All right, so let's just see what we get here for you for the energy of what is the next right step. You have commitment. Of course you do. Of course you do. Scorpio this is the work-life balance, where the sun is in the house of the work-life balance for you. Like this week sets up with that new moon in Scorpio, Mercury going retrograde. It sets up the Scorpio energy for the entire month. And it is in your 6th house. It is in the work-life balance. It is in the making the commitment to your health, making your commitment to keeping things in balance, making a commitment to finding the way forward in a way that really works for you. And so it says commitment. The most important single factor in an individual's success is commitment. Commitment ignites action. To commit means to devote yourself to a purpose or a cause. I think for the new moon, when you write down your goals, make a copy of them and keep that for yourself. And then at the bottom of it, sign it. I commit to these steps. Okay, so then you take it and you kind of break it out and make steps, make a plan. When you're writing it down for spirit, or what the big ask is, you don't need as many details, but I think for yourself on your copy, the one you keep, the one you don't burn and turn over to spirit, you can break it out, make a few, write it up like a self-contract. Oh, I know, Mercury's in retrograde, we're not supposed to sign contracts. That is with other people. This is a contract with yourself. This is a way to commit to yourself. That was a lot of cards. I was hoping they weren't all for the center, because that would be really complicated. Not impossible. I did that earlier today, so I guess it can be done. All right, so this is, I'm laying out the sometimes 9-card spread. To see what's going on. So we have a situation, the overall energy for this month is walking away. So, are you walking away from a bad health habit? Are you walking away from being overcommitted and not having your life in balance? Or are you walking away from a job that doesn't work, or a family situation that doesn't work, so that you can bring the balance in? So let's get into it and let's see what we see. I can just tell you what this is, but I bet you as soon as you heard that words walking away, you already knew what it was, what resonates for you. So this is a general reading. You know, check out your sun, your moon, and your rising if it doesn't resonate, but walking away from something, and I think you know what that is. So here we go. You're going to need to speak up. We've got the throat chakra going on here. We have Archangel Gabriel here to help you. The key to the situation is speaking up, speaking your truth. Speaking your truth. When you make the decision to walk away, speaking your truth. You know, what's really interesting is there's a card that looks very similar to this, and it's called the gate or something. And she's standing there and she's trying to decide whether or not to go. But here, the decision has been made. So speak your truth. What are you walking away from? What situation is not working for you? In the past, you were really struggling to get information, trying to use your intuition, but it was in the reverse, which tells me that you've been struggling with trying to understand what you were receiving, what you were getting. It could have been because it was happening during the shadow period of Mercury in retrograde, and you were like, the information feels a little confused, but I'll tell you what, when it's your intuition, Mercury retrograde doesn't affect that. When it's your intuition, that takes practice. So if you're struggling to understand what your intuition is, start journaling. You are an air sign. This is an excellent way for you to communicate. Find time for meditation. Find a quiet space where you sit down and you get your thoughts out and get them organized so that you can understand the information that is coming to you. Transformation happens when you give up being envious. Envy is creating a real blockage here. You can change anything in the present to affect the future. You can take this envy and turn it into releasing the envy. So we're going to do that so that you can have the transformation that is needed. Well, this is nice. In the future, we have deceit, but it was in the reverse, which means the truth is being told. The secrets are outed. So maybe what you're envious of is something that isn't even true. So letting go of the lies, being willing to be open, revealing the truth, speaking your truth. Seems to be very important. Wow, in the house of anxiety, we have anxiety. Holy cow. That is a lot of stress. Somebody else had that today. I don't remember who it was. These readings are too long to remember who these are. Okay, so in the heart space, we have the thinking woman, but she was in the reverse, and I almost kind of like this because in the heart space, you don't really want to be thinking. You want to be listening to your inner guidance. That's how you get the information. That's how you get the intuition. Listening to your higher self is going to be really important for you to figure out whatever this is that I still can't figure out. Okay, listening to your intuition in the arena of where's the mountain, where's the obstacle, what has been difficult. This was in the reverse. This is the crown chakra. This is opening up to your higher self and getting the information. There's a real blockage here. Is it being blocked by your anxiety? Are you trying to overthink the situation instead of feeling into it? And what does your intuition tell you? Your intuition knows. Ask. This is Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel. Ask. Archangel Metatron is really great with third eye intuition. Ask for the guidance from your guides, from your spirits, from the angels to come and give you the information that you need, and then pay attention and be aware of it. And is your life so busy and crazy because everything's a little out of balance with that work life that you don't have time to get the information because you're just running from here to there to here? Create a space. Either create a physical space in your home, create a space in your calendar where you sit, where you go for a walk, where you take some time, where you journal. You could do it before you go to bed at night. You could do it when you get up in the morning. You can do it as you're drifting off to sleep. You can do it in the shower. Where do you spend time, quiet time, paying attention to what the messages are that Spirit is trying to bring to you? Archangel Gabriel rules Gemini, right? That's the angel associated with communication in Gemini. Information is trying to get to you to guide you on your temple path. The temple path here, this is so much about you creating the space to get the information. This is the action you can take. This is how you get the information. You have to create space and opportunity for it to happen. The outcome card is a broken heart. It was in the upright. I think that you know that there's a situation that is not working. And I think you have been fighting it. And I think it is painful. And I think it is difficult. And you've been trying to figure out what to do. This is not all of you. So again, check out your sun, your moon, and your rising. But if this is your situation, I'm looking for some cards for guidance on how to manage this broken heart situation here to help you to heal. I also feel that some of you need to hear this. If you do not slow down, you're going to get a heart attack. Literally. Make time for exercise, commit to your diet, straighten that stuff out, okay? This broken heart could be an actual physical ailment or it can be an emotional situation. What is going on here? All right. Okay, so the cards that came out, we have family, we have happy family, the garden gate. This is the card I was telling you about where she's standing there trying to decide what to do. We have the happy family, we have the magician in the mirror, we have the journey, and we have financial constraints. And so I think the problem has been that you knew this happy family situation that you were trying to create. You were standing there going, I don't know, should I stay or should I go? I don't really want to go because if I go, it's going to create financial issues for me. But here's the great news. You have the magician and the journey. You have the ability, like I said, right now is highly manifesting opportunities in all arenas of your life, and you can manifest what you want. So if you step out onto this path, if you step out onto this journey, you have the help, the planets are in place, the spirit is in place. I think this is a matter of you trusting that you can create what it is you want. Make time for spirit, get the information, get the downloads. If you are at risk of an actual physical ailment, make sure you are following doctor's orders and that you're eating right and you're exercising at the right and appropriate level. And if you're feeling shortness of breath, or heartburn, or women have a different sign. What is it? Google it. What are the signs of a heart attack? What are the signs of a stroke? Make sure that you're paying attention. Feels important. Okay. So we have relationship, easy does it, and recovery. Recovery could be from health. Easy does it means to be gentle with yourself and take care. This feels a lot like a relationship situation that's been very much of a struggle. That there's been jealousy and lies, a lot of anxiety, a lot of not listening, and a lot of need to stand up and speak your truth. Speaking your truth can heal the whole situation in some cases, right? This doesn't necessarily mean it's an end. Maybe it's an end of the feeling dominated and not being treated equal. Dark Moon Lilith is the Scorpio new moon. And she wants to be treated like an equal. And when Adam couldn't do it, she left. But she gave him the opportunity. And we can't all be married to Adam. So, if you're in a relationship that seems to be not working out, have you spoken your truth? Have you asked for what you wanted? Have you asked for what you needed? And if you have, and you're not getting the treatment and the desired response, then know that you can go out and manifest it for yourself and you are not stuck. You're never stuck. Then you just have the teacher card show up. And when I see the teacher card show up, I feel like this might have been a karmic situation. One where you made an agreement before you got here to learn these really hard lessons. And sometimes after we've learned the lessons, it's time to move on. And so it says to know is to grow. So when we are in a situation where we feel like we have no control, where we feel like we are victim, take your power back by stepping up and going, wow, wait a minute, what did I learn from this situation? What can I use out of this to grow, to move forward, to create a future for me that works? That this is just a stepping stone, and then the forgiveness that you put into the situation, when you forgive somebody for playing the part that they came here to play, to teach you the lesson that you asked them to teach you before you incarnated into this lifetime. So an attitude of gratitude for what you have learned. Forgive them. Just because you've learned something from someone and you forgive them doesn't mean that you have to deal with them moving forward if you don't want to. No one's asking you to stay in a situation that is holding you back, that's tying you down, that's not allowing you to be and to grow into who you came here to be. Because you have, I am inspired and I am inspired. I inspire and I am inspired. And so maybe when you take this action and you stand up for yourself, maybe your kids need to see that you don't put up with that crap. So you definitely seem to have a real a fear about the money situation. Like that's really held you in place. And so we have dreams of abundance as you sleep. God and your angels and your higher self are giving you divinely guided answers and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. So pay attention to your dreams. Also, when you're trying to draw and attract financial abundance into your life, you have donations, tithing, and charitable work. If you can't give money, then give time, give effort, give energy. It is energy exchange. Money is just another form of energy. So you can create this energy by going to your closet and donating what doesn't work, doesn't fit anymore, whatever. Donating your time, teaching somebody. We have the teacher here. What can you do? Can you donate some of your time and volunteer to work with tutoring or teaching a religious education class or whatever the heck it is that means something to you, that is of value, something you can do, because now you're exchanging energy with the universe. So you're also being asked to have an abundant mindset, and so that gratitude list. No wonder they didn't want me to stop before I mention the gratitude list. Make sure you are keeping a daily gratitude list to help you increase your vibrational energy of that feeling of abundance. You have successful funding. So whatever it is, money is coming to you in some way, shape, or form, and you're being anxious about it is blocking the flow from the universe. That's negative vibration. So when you're down in these low vibrational energies and the higher vibrational energies up here, they're passing you by. So raise your vibration so that they run into you, right? So that you meet there, so that it's happening. So remain positive, have faith, and have optimism. This is an important step here. Commit to the process, commit to the journey, and commit to the changes you need to make, and commit to the abundant mindset. I hear you. You're like, what is she even talking about? She doesn't know how hard it is. Believe me, I do. I've literally been on the floor sobbing for so long that I lost track of time. And I didn't know how I was going to pay the bills, and I didn't know what I was going to do. There have been times when my children have eaten dinner and I've just washed the dishes so they wouldn't understand. They wouldn't notice that I wasn't eating because there wasn't enough food. I've been there. When I changed my attitude, I changed my life. You can do the same. So you have the 9. This is very spiritual. This is very hermit. This is going within to get the information and the downloads from spirit. And it looks like a big old egg, doesn't it? Getting ready to burst forth with new life. It's like that waiting period. But let's just see what it says. This says the light within. You are awakening to your inner light and opening to new levels of spiritual understanding and awareness. Guides and teachers are working with you to assist you in this awakening. Support is coming in the human form as well. Those who are knowledgeable and experienced will be there to offer their support as needed. The main color of green in the card shows that to know our own inner light is to know our own heart. Stop overthinking it and feel into the heart space. Enjoy the experience, stay connected, and the rest will happen naturally. Following your bliss, flying high, getting into the flow, listening to your heart. This feels like really tough stuff. Really tough stuff, and yet the solution feels simple. The solution is asking for help and looking to see where it comes from, connecting to your higher self, and allowing your intuition to guide you, acting instinctively and intuitively, and taking the offers of help when they come. Because if you give, don't be stingy with what you have, your time, talent, treasure, whatever. Don't be stingy with what you have so you can open the flow of the abundance of the universe to you. Raise your vibration. Be optimistic. Change is not easy. Change is necessary for growth. And so we have easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. You are in the flow with the universe if you allow it. Trust. Keep that optimism. Look for ways to pay it forward with abundance into the universe. Be aware that it's coming back to you. Look for the joy and the happiness in the moments that you can find it. This is tough energy. I will be keeping you in my heart, Gemini. I really will. All right, you hang in there. There's a lot of support here. Have faith in yourself, because the universe does. Okay, you take care.